The movie everyone is talking about, Gravity, but one person who knows it. He's been up there. One of the real-life heroes who helped inspire this movie. He's our Person of the Week. The new movie Gravity about to pull us all back into a world beyond us. That hope of breaking through boundaries and the fear of what's possible too. Sandra Bullock playing an astronaut attached to that arm that comes loose from the shuttle. Her fellow astronaut played by Goerge Clooney. And what follows is a harrowing fictional tale, but what so many real-life astronauts have prepared for. Including this team, May 2009, the shuttle Atlantis headed to repair the Hubble telescope, the same telescope they traveled to in the movie. In real life, one of the astronauts, Michael Massimino.
Good to see you, Mass.
Thanks, David.
He saw the movie and saw himself in it.
Even my tools. We had a one-of-a-kind cutter tool that we had to cut a wire inside one of the instruments, and it's floating behind Sandra Bullock's head. I said, there's my wire cutter.
Mike went on 4 spacewalks of his own, spending more than 30 hours out there on a ledge. He says the views in this movie finally help him to describe it at home.
The only sad thing about being an astronaut, David, is when you look out that window or you look through your visor and you see the Earth or you see the stars, how can I describe this to people? How can I tell my family about this?
And while Bullock's character faces challenges far beyond what he lived through, they did prepare for it, remembering what the lead spacewalker told him.
But he said, we've lost crews before, and one way we may lose another person is during a spacewalk. It's dangerous business.
Watching each other's spacesuits.
We're going to make sure when we button each other up, everything is sealed, everybody's coming home. And so we knew, that kind of set the mood, we knew that these sorts of things can happen.
There was a moment in space Mike became known for, trying to fix the telescope when what was supposed to be a simple bolt wouldn't come free.
I used my big power tool, and the first 2 came out fine. The one on the left came out fine. The one on the right wasn't coming off. It was stripped, and my heart just sunk. Because of my blunder, we'll never know if there's life on other planets. So I was like, this is pretty bad. This is a pretty bad situation.
They spent an hour as he was dangling in space, the team there and on the ground, trying to figure out what to do. Finally telling him to grab the handrail on the telescope and pull the whole piece off.
A good tug, then they just gave one good tug and just ripped the thing off.
His crisis averted. Tonight, as this new fictional crisis plays out, Mike remembering the beauty of looking down on his family. No.
You've got kids, right?
I do, yes.
You can tell they left the lights on.
If you were in heaven, this is what heaven must look like. I could not imagine anything more beautiful than our planet.
And so we choose Michael Massimino, showing up in that flight suit and making us all feel a little underdressed here.